Evil exists. It's real, y'all. And how I wish it wasn't, but it's real. And perhaps one thing about a time like we're in is that it clarifies that evil is for real. There's an amazing verse tucked away at the very end of Romans, chapter 16, verse 20, which reads, "The God of peace will soon crush Satan under your feet." The God of peace will soon crush Satan under your feet. Almost all religions have this idea of a personal spiritual force in the world that opposes and sets its will against what is good and what is right. And the Bible, we call this Satan, right? Satan is the personal embodiment of spiritual evil, and he opposes the work of God. And the promise of Romans is that God is one day going to finally defeat and vanquish and crush Satan. And all of us who follow God and love God and want to see his work done in the world, we rejoice at that, right? That God is going to finally defeat Satan and put his plans to naught. One thing I love about this verse is it says, not under his feet, God is going to crush Satan under our feet. And what that ties in is that our work in this matters. Our participation in God's work is what finally crushes Satan. Now, he's the one doing it, but we participate in that work with him. When we love someone or forgive someone, when we do something to help other people, like the poor, and serve others in the world, we are, in essence, crushing the kingdom of Satan under God's feet. And that is wonderful, wonderful, hopeful news. And lastly, I would just say this is finally an echo of the opening chapters of the Bible. Genesis 3:15 talks about how when God cursed the serpent, he said, "Your children, Eve, your offspring will crush the serpent." And that is the hope of this verse, that through our work with God, we crush Satan. Amen.